before he had a son. And after he had a son, Isaac, what happened? God said, give your son as a sacrifice. And he still obeyed God. He was loyal to God. And when he was about to sacrifice his son, God provided a lamb. And we saw what happened to Abraham. He was blessed. And not only was he blessed, we are all enjoying the blessings of Abraham. Amen. It is because of his loyalty. Amen. Now, when we look at Daniel, what happened to Daniel? He was a man that the king, Nebuchadnezzar, and all the king wanted him to bow to him. But he didn't bow to him. He knew the consequences. He knew he'd be put in a lion's den. But he still remembered that he had a God. The God of Israel is above all gods. Amen. So when he did not bow to him, no matter what happened at the end, he was made a prince, a prime minister. He was made a prime minister or a chief governor over most of the provinces of that country. So out of his loyalty and his fear of the Lord and his faithfulness to God, he was blessed. Amen. So if we look at all these men of God, it wasn't easy, because where they stood, and if they look at the benefits of not being loyal and being loyal, it was difficult. But they knew that they served the living God. So they all decided to be loyal to God, and they were blessed. Amen. However, today we are going to talk about a woman in the Bible. Now, in the Bible, there are only two women that books were written about: the book of Esther and the book of Ruth. Amen. But today, for someone who was loyal, and because of that, his name was mentioned in the Bible, we are going to talk about Ruth. Amen. Now, let us look at Ruth chapter 1, verse 16 to 18. Verse 16, in the New English Version, it said, "But Ruth replied, please urge me not to leave you or turn back from you. Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people. Your God will be my God. Where you die, I will die. There I will be buried. May the Lord deal with me, be it so severely, or even death separate you and me." And when Naomi realized that Ruth wasn't going to go to his country, she stopped urging her to go back. This story is about sons going. Her two daughters-in-law wanted to go with her, and she told them to go back because she had nothing. She didn't have a husband to work and look after her. She didn't have kids or sons to look after her. She was going back empty. So she told her two daughters-in-law to go back to their country. At least when they go back to the Moabites, they have their people. They can marry there. They can be secured financially. One of them, Oprah, the Bible recognized what she did because she was loyal to Naomi. She was going back with her mother-in-law. A mother back to a country with nothing. Amen. But this mother-in-law was going with the Lord of Israel. Amen. So why did Ruth decide to go with Naomi? He decided to go with Naomi because after 10 years of marrying his sons, what did he realize? He said in verse 16, Ruth chapter 1, verse 16, he said, "Your God will be my God." That word is, he said, the God of Israel will be my God. Because the people of Moabites worship idols. They do different detestable sacrifices, like even sacrificing their own, worshiping a God which was better than any other God. Although he did all of that, but at that time, at that moment, his mother-in-law had nothing. But still, he recognized something, that there is a God in there. There is something in there that I must go and continue with Naomi, because she realized that there's a God that she needs to work. Because of doing that, she was blessed. Amen. So when we are loyal, we also honor God. Because when she did the right thing, when Ruth went to get a husband, a relative of their father-in-law called that of David. Amen. So loyalty also values relationship. She can't work. She had nothing. She's got no money. She was going back to a country because she made a declaration with her that I will go with you, that for better or for worse. You know that the journey is a long journey. Once you start going through this